Hello everyone, welcome. I'd like to start showcasing my Tau Empire Star Wars themed army. I think I started Tau back in 2003. Before that I was a Tyranid player. I still have all my Tyranids and play them sometimes, but I think I like my Tau a little bit better. I started with NIDS only because when I was introduced into 40K, I knew I wanted to do a Star Wars themed army because it's my favorite movie, but there was no faction that really captured how I wanted to build my Star Wars themed army. So I went with NIDS because Aliens is another one of my favorite movies, and when I started in 3rd edition, Tyranids and Aliens kind of went hand in hand, so it was a no-brainer. So I painted them in a brown and black and gray paint scheme, which I'll show you here. So that's the paint scheme that I have now for my Tyranids. I popped off this guy's head because I'm repainting it, but you can see kind of how I have the browns and blacks and grays to represent the aliens, and then have that theme for the Tyranids. Now, playing Tyranids for such a long time, I never lost the urge to build my Star Wars themed army. I think the Tau came out in 2001, so in 2003 when I started it, I had pretty good plans as to what I wanted to do and how to do it. When I started them, I think I purchased 2 crisis suits. I picked up some Fire Warriors and some stealth suits, and I had to figure out how to convert them all into a Star Wars theme. This crisis suit, this is actually my very first model that I ever did, was this one right here. I modeled it. It's Commander Farsight. I did Commander Farsight because when I read his entry, he's got a weapon called the Dawnblade, and the Dawnblade's entry says it shimmers and glistens with light, and I was like, that's definitely a lightsaber. So it was pretty easy to choose Darth Vader as Commander Farsight. When I build a model with the Star Wars theme, there's very specific criteria I try to use. One of them being there has to be a figure made of it so that I can kit bash it into the model. This being the very first one, there's not a lot of kit bashing in this one. Some of the later models that I've done, there's a lot more customization and kit bashing, and you can see that in the model. Darth Vader was pretty simple to do, especially with him being my first one. I did use some parts though. The lightsaber hilt, that's actually Darth Vader's lightsaber from the model, from the toy. And so is the cape. This cape, and I don't know if you can see this one here, but this cape right here are actually from the model, and I just cut them down and put them on there to use it for it. When I first did this one, it was a little bit different. A couple years ago, I upgraded a bunch of my other models, so I upgraded this one, mainly this, because originally it came with Farsight's shield. He's got like a specific shield where it's round and it's got some 3 points on it, but I popped that off and I use this because I kind of try to use this as my shield generator now because it kind of looks like a shield. This is of course the Dawnblade, and then Farsight has a plasma rifle, and I use his hand as the plasma rifle because if you look at it, it kind of looks like he's force choking somebody across the table, and I thought that was kind of thematic because Darth Vader doesn't wield a weapon or a blaster, so his force choke is his long distance attack. The other thing I upgraded, which you can't see here, but I'll show it to you in a second. When I originally did the model, I just put the Tau head on here, and then I just put the helmet over it. But when I upgraded the model, I put the Lego Anakin burnt face head on it because I thought, again, it was more thematic rather than a Tau robot helmet trimmed down so the mask would fit over it. But so there's a little bit of customization, but some of it's just thematics. But again, this was the first one I did, so I was still experimenting with how much customization I wanted to do on the models. And then the base actually kind of looks like, the base is new too. The original base that was on it was just the original black base, and then I popped it off and I put this one because it kind of looks like the Imperial symbol a little bit, so I use that. I do have certain criteria when I build my models that I try to follow so that it looks a little bit more realistic or flows with the model. So I try to do that. One of them being I have to find the toy of it. But this was the first one I did. The second one I did, I'll do in another video, but I'll show a quick preview of the character that I chose. Right there. That's the second one that I ever did, and he's been upgraded too. But it was really fun to do. It took me quite a long time to figure out how to do it, and with some of them. But I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. If you liked the video, click like and subscribe, and then of course hit the notification bell so that when I do my next video you guys can see it, and write comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think a good character would be to do, and maybe I've done it, and if not, then maybe I can try to do it. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you.